Let's talk about discharge. Let's talk about what we see. I bet it's normal, yes. Let's talk consistency. Let's talk about discharge. It's the fluid that keeps us moist and clean. Nothing to worry about unless it's green, in which case you should probably get it seen. Is it thick, like cottage cheese? There's no need to rush, but it's probably thrush. Not an STI, but it does need treating, especially if it's itching. A simple cream and pessary is all that's necessary. And if it's not your first time, get it from the pharmacy. There's no need for shame because no one's to blame. It happens to the best of us. Thrush. So let's talk about thrush, baby. Now I'm joking, but let's talk about discharge though. Let's talk about what we see. I bet it's normal. It is. Let's talk consistency. Let's talk about what we see. Did you know that in 2019, half of the British public surveyed couldn't identify the vagina? Couldn't state its function. And not just men though, that 45% of women couldn't label their labia. Can you? And while we're at it, did you know that your labia can grow? Yeah, over the years. Like your ears. Nothing to do with how much sex you're having. It's just a thing it does. So let's talk about discharge. Let's talk about what we see. I bet it's normal. It is. Let's talk consistency. I bet it's normal. Long, short, pink, brown, your labia is normal. Did you know that in 2018, 1 in 3 women avoided cervical screening? Because they were embarrassed about the appearance of their labia. Didn't want to send the nurse screaming, so they took the chance on cancer. Porn has distorted our views, sent insecurities through the roof, and that's just no good. So here's what we do. You guessed it. We talk about discharge. We talk about what we see. We say it's normal because it is. We say consistency. Let's talk consistently about the language used to describe the female anatomy. Step away from slang terms that misinform and fake words that reduce our autonomy. Because I'll tell you now, I don't have a muff, a flower, or a penis flytrap. I've got a vulva made up of a labia, urethra, and clit. I cannot see my vagina without a medium-sized speculum, some lube, and a mirror. I need kit. See, for as long as these myths and legends exist, unrealistic expectations we place on our bodies persist. Young women going under the knife for labiaplasties, cutting away at individuality. Now, I'm not saying our identities are attached to our structures, but we must detach from these societal constructs where perfection fits in narrower and narrower spaces. It's time to reframe and reclaim our bodies, to talk openly about labias and discharge and clits, to talk consistently about our physiology.